Hello my friends, welcome to your yoga class for the full moon in Taurus coming up on November 15th. My name is Natasha, also known as Nurse Natasha. If you're new here, welcome. If you're old here, welcome back. Like I said, this is a yoga class for the full moon in Taurus. This is coming up on November 15th. Taurus in the body rules the throat, the neck, the vocal cords, so we are going to work on that today. We're going to keep it low down to the ground. We're going to open up the throat, open up the neck, just kind of like the whole upper body. Set yourself up for success. Have any props that you need near you. I have my blocks here. We are going to be using these. If you don't have blocks, you can use books that are this shape and size. The Agatar books are about this shape and size, so that's always what I recommend. Yeah, anything that you need for your practice, just have it nearby. This is an all levels friendly class. I specialize in accessible, plus size, and trauma informed yoga. So if you like that, if you like witchcraft, wellness, and everything in between, hit that subscribe button. I put out full free yoga classes and tarot readings for every new moon and full moon here on my channel. Yeah, this full moon in Taurus, if you go watch the tarot reading, at the very end of the reading that I did, the last card that came out is from this moon oracle deck that I have, and it's literally the card for the full moon in Taurus, and it just says, your dreams need a practical plan. And that's kind of like the whole message of this full moon in Taurus, is bringing your dreams into reality, giving them a practical plan. We also have Venus moving into Capricorn this week. We also have Saturn going direct, so getting out of retrograde. All these things combined mean get grounded. That's what we're going to do. So we're going to stay down low to the ground. We're going to open up our throat, and we're going to get our grounding on. And yeah, if you want to learn more about the astrology, the energy of this full moon of this week, go check out that tarot reading. It's a tarot reading of what you need to know for the full moon in Taurus. And that's pretty much it. We're going to go ahead and get started. So we are going to get started in a supported fish pose. So I am going to use my block for that. Again, you can use a book. You can also use a pillow or a bolster for this. So I'm going to place my block in the center of my mat long ways, and it's going to go right in between my shoulder blades. So I'm going to lay back down on that block. So take your time, move with intention. With my handy dandy assistant Jack here. Will he stay calm for this whole class? The world may never know. He's an Aries, so no, see, he's already like, no, I'm not. All right, so we're gonna lay back on this block. So like I said, that block is gonna go right in between your shoulder blades. And then you can use your other block as well as like a pillow for your head. You can put it right underneath your head if you would like, or you can just kind of let your head touch the mat behind you, or again, you can use a pillow. And this is really gonna open up the throat. So I really want you to get comfortable here, because this is kind of an intense throat, heart, upper body opener. So we can kind of get into like a fidgety sense, we want to move around. I'm actually going to grab my other block to use as a pillow underneath my head. Again, that's what we use props for, friends. So you can place that block right underneath your head. And I just really want you to encourage this chin up, because we're trying to open up the throat here. So just press this chin gently up. Now you can have your arms on either side of you. You can have palms facing up to receive, palms facing down to ground. Thank you so much, Jack. He just came right over and burped in my face. This is just the Jack energy. So you can also have one palm facing up, one palm facing down, as above, so below action. Or if you really want to open up the chest and the throat, you can also kind of goalpost out the arms on either side of you. That kind of really gives that expansion here. But I want you to choose what feels best for you and your body. Ask yourself, what do I need, and go there. Now in the legs, you can bend the knees. You can open the knees wide, maybe find a Supta Baddha Konasana here, or you can also extend the legs long and maneuver around your dog or your cat or your child that is on your mat. We do real yoga here. We keep it realistic, y'all. This is just what doing yoga at home is sometimes. So settle in to your supported fish pose here. You can keep the eyes open or closed. And we're just going to start to bring our awareness to our breath. Not changing anything about it just yet, just noticing our breath as it goes in and out. Maybe with every inhale, you feel that chest expand, the belly expand, taking up space. And again, just ever so slightly encouraging that chin upwards with the inhale. And then on the exhale, maybe let those shoulders open up even more around that block. Starting to deepen and lengthen the inhales and exhales here. And as you find your breath and you come to your space, I want you to start thinking about what having a practical plan for your goals and your dreams look like. So what does the groundwork for your goals look like? What does that foundation for your goals look like? And even if it's just one tangible physical step that we can take to getting closer to our dreams, I want you to just visualize it. What does it look like? What does it feel like? Continue to breathe deeply here. Just focusing on the path ahead, one foot in front of the other, my friends, all the way to your dreams. We'll seal this with a breath. So you can take a big inhale in through the nose, filling up chest, filling up belly, taking up space. And open mouth, exhale, let it go. One more just like that. Really big inhale in through the nose, filling up chest, filling up belly. Fill up a little more. And open mouth, exhale, release it. You can allow your breath to return to normal. Start to bring your awareness back into your space and back into your body. Maybe you wiggle the toes or wiggle the fingers here. Maybe take your hands and bring them palms facing down and just feel the ground beneath you. Maybe give it a little squeeze. You can lift up all 10 fingers and then bring them back down, just again tapping into this grounding earth energy of Taurus. And then when you're ready to invite in some movement, I'm going to gently draw my knees into my chest if they were extended. Again, moving slowly with intention. I'm just going to drop over to one side off of my block, and I'm using my bottom arm as a pillow here. Just coming to a fetal pose on either side. And then from here, we're gently going to press up to a seat. So take your time, move with intention, any seat that feels right and good to you. Get your dog's toys out of the way, get your dog out of the way, you know. And we're coming to a seat. All right, so we're coming to an easy seated pose. And easy seated pose means something different for everyone. I want you to sit in a way that feels comfortable for you and your body. So if you want to extend the legs, you can. If you want to sit on a block, a bolster, a pillow, anything, you can. Just take a moment to scooch some goodness out from underneath you. Feel those sit bones on the mat. We're getting really grounded here. And we're going to get up all into this neck, this throat chakra. So starting off, we're going to bring our hands to our legs. Again, palms facing down for that grounding energy. And we're just going to slowly start to open this neck up. So we're going to inhale here. We're going to exhale, drop our right ear over to our right shoulder. And we're feeling that stretch in the left side of our neck, encouraging this left shoulder down. And gently inhaling center, exhale, left ear over to left shoulder. Again, encouraging this right shoulder down, just feeling that stretch in the right side of the neck. Inhale back to center. Exhale, right ear, right shoulder one more time. Now this time, if you'd like, you can bring this left hand to press down and away. So it's like you're pushing down into something, pressing your palm down into something, really encouraging this left shoulder down. And then you can bring this right hand, if you'd like, to your left temple and just gently pull. I don't want you to yank it. I just want you to really gently kind of pull the head forward and more to the right. And just breathe here. You can inhale here and exhale, gently release, and we'll take it to the other side. So inhaling here, exhale, dropping that left ear to the left shoulder. And again, if you'd like, you can bring that right hand to press down and away like you're pushing your palm into something. Pressing it down, encouraging this right shoulder down. And again, maybe if you'd like, you bring this left hand over to the right temple, and we're just very gently pulling it a little bit forward and a little bit to the left. We're breathing here. And a nice big inhale here. Exhale, we're going to go ahead and release. Now I want you to bring both of your hands to your neck. You're going to take 2 fingers on each hand, and you're just going to bring them to kind of right underneath your chin. We're just going to give ourselves a little massage here. Just very gently kind of massaging out the throat. Now, this is kind of getting into our thyroid, our vocal cords. You can kind of do what feels good here. Now, fun fact about me, I actually do have a thyroid disease. I have Hashimoto's disease, hypothyroidism. So, you know, throat opening yoga helps with that. You know, you can give yourself a little neck massage here. You know, Taurus is really about also self-care and kind of grounding ourselves and our bodies. So I just wanted to take this moment to kind of do that, do what feels good. And then gently, when you're ready, you can go ahead and release. Now we're going to take these hands and we're going to interlace our fingers together. And first, we're going to bring these to the backs of our necks. And your chin is going to come down towards your chest. Your hands are going to come to right at the base of your skull. And I don't want you to pull. I just want you to let gravity do its thing. Maybe your elbows start to come in. We're just getting into the back of the neck, the back of the cervical spine. Now you can inhale here, exhale, release those hands, keeping the chin down to the chest. I want you to start to shake the head no. Very slowly, very exaggerated from side to side. If it feels really good in a certain place, you can kind of hold it there. And my favorite thing to do here is, because, you know, we're shaking our head no, if there's anything you want to say no to here, anything you're looking to release, full moons are all about releasing, say no to it here. Anything that's blocking your goals, your dreams, your stability, your foundation, say no thank you. Now we're gently going to come back to stillness, chin to chest. And now we're going to start to nod the head yes. So lifting up the chin, really tilting that chin back, opening up the throat, and then bringing it back down, chin to chest. Again, very slowly, very exaggerated, really trying to drop those shoulders. And same thing here, if there's anything you want to say yes to, maybe even say it out loud again. Taurus rules the throat, those vocal cords. Speak it into existence, my friends. And the next time that your head is back, your chin is up, I really want you to lean that head back, really lift that chin up. We're going to take the hands once more, interlace the fingers, and this time you're going to bring the backs of the hands to right underneath the chin, and you're just gently going to press that chin up. Opening up the elbows. Again, I don't want you to force it. I just want you to very gently open up that throat. Take a nice big inhale here and exhale. You can release the hands down. Now, if your legs are crossed, I want you to just take a moment to just cross them the other way, just so we make sure our sides are even here. Now we're going to get a little bit into our side bodies and continue to open up this whole upper body situation here. So I'm going to bring my right hand down to the mat. I'm going to inhale my left arm up and over. And the key here is to keep this left hip down and to keep this heart open to the ceiling. And I'm breathing into this left side body. Now, in the next inhale, I'm going to pull this left arm back, and I'm really going to encourage the shoulder down, opening up this left side of the neck, and again, the heart, the shoulder. Pulling this arm back, inhaling here. Exhale, I'm bringing it forward like I'm going to thread the needle under this right arm. Inhale, open up. Exhale, thread the needle around forward. Inhale, open up. Exhale, thread the needle. Inhale, open up. Exhale, release, back to center. We'll take it to the other side. So I'm going to inhale that right arm up and overhead again, keeping this chest open to the ceiling, pressing this right hip down. Breathing into this right side body. And I'm going to inhale, pull this right arm back, really try to open up the neck, the shoulder, the heart. Exhale, round it forward like you're going to thread the needle. Inhale, open, pull that right arm back. Exhale, round forward. Inhale, open. Exhale, round forward. Inhale, open, and exhale. You can return to center now. We're gently going to transition to our hands and knees here. I'm going to get these blocks out of the way, and we're going to come to our tabletop. So gently coming to our hands and knees, shoulder, elbow, wrist are stacked, hips are stacked over the knees. If you need some extra support under the knees, you can slide a pillow or a blanket under there or double up on your mat. So I'm coming to my tabletop. We're going to get right into a cat-cow flow. So on the inhale, I'm going to lift the chin, open up the heart, really arching my back, sticking my booty out. And I really want you to focus on that throat here. So I'm really lifting my chin up, lifting my gaze. Exhale, I round, tucking the chin to chest, doming out the shoulders, tucking the pelvis. Inhale to open up. And exhale to round. Now I want you to continue these movements, 5 to 7 more on your own breath, linking your breath to your movement and doing what feels good. And again, really focusing on that throat. Warming up the spine, warming up the body, connecting to your breath. You can gently finish up this last round, returning to a neutral spine. And from here, we're going to lower all the way down to our bellies. So taking your time, sinking on down to your belly. Our hands are going to stay right underneath our shoulders. Our elbows are squeezed into our sides, and we're going to get into a low cobra here. So on the inhale, I'm just going to lift the head, the chest, the shoulders. Again, really trying to lift that chin. Exhale, release. Inhale, lift. Exhale, release. Inhale, lift. And exhale, release. Now I'm going to inhale, gently lift up and come to my forearms. So this is our Sphinx pose here. So my forearms are in front of me. My forearms and palms are planted into the mat, and really what's key here is keeping the shoulders pressed down and away from the ears, so it's very easy to kind of like hunch into this. Pressing the shoulders down, and again, really lifting, intentionally lifting that chin. Now you can stay still here, focus on your breath, or if you'd like a little bit more in the neck, you can again shake your head from side to side. Okay. Jack's just staring at me like, Mom, why are you so mean? You made me stay quiet on the couch. So sad. I know. Now, if you're shaking your head, you can gently come back to stillness. Now, option here. You can stay here in your Sphinx pose if you're like, I already feel this. If you want a little bit more, you're going to press into the palms and straighten the arms. It's kind of an extended cobra here. Again, really keeping that chin lifted. Now, you can stay here, or you can slowly start to walk the hands back. One step at a time, one breath at a time, until your hands are underneath the shoulders. And we're in our high cobra. So my palms are pressed into the mat, my shoulders are pressed down and away from the ears, my hips are pressed into the mat, and I'm lifting my chin and looking up and breathing here. Now I'm going to take a nice big inhale here, and on the exhale, I'm going to press back into a child's pose. So I'm going to widen my knees as wide as the mat, honor and make space for the belly and thighs, sink my hips back to my heels, and walk my hands out. Coming to a balasana or child's pose. And this is where we're really tapping into that grounding energy. So maybe you squeeze the mat with your fingers. Maybe lift up all fingers and then bring them back down to the mat. Focusing on your breath and every part of you that's touching the mat here. And as you breathe in this child's pose, I want you to bring it back to the plan. Think about the plan, the practical plan to your dreams. Ground yourself in it and breathe here. Now on the next inhale, you can gently rise to a tabletop. Now I'm going to give you two options here. Option number one is to resume your cat-cow flow. So that is inhaling to lift the chin, arching the back, exhaling to round. Option two is an extended cat-cow flow, which is flowing from your high cobra, inhaling, lifting the chin, opening up the throat. And then exhaling to a child's pose. So find your preferred variation. Maybe try something new here, and we're going to flow with our breath. So the inhale is for the heart, the throat opener, whether that is your cow pose or your cobra pose. And the exhale is for the counter pose, so your cat or your child's pose. Again, flow through this 5 to 7 on your own breath. Linking your breath to your movement, finding your flow, and really focus on opening up that throat. You can gently finish up your last round and return to a neutral position in your tabletop. Now, this last pose we're going to do is a puppy pose. And I'm going to give you again options here. Option one is to find your child's pose. Puppy pose is pretty intense in the throat and in the neck and in the shoulders. So option one, find your child's pose. Option two, if you'd like to try puppy pose, it is similar to a child's pose in that my knees are, starting from my tabletop, my knees are stacked underneath my hips, except instead of sinking our hips back to our heels, they stay over our knees, and we walk our hands out and drop our chest down to the mat. You've probably seen your dog do this. I know Jack does it all the time, hence puppy pose. Now you can have your face into the mat, your forehead on the mat, Or if you want a little bit more in that throat, you're going to come to your chin and gaze up towards your hands. Now we're going to breathe here, whether you're here or in your child's pose. Just breathe. And when you're ready to release, on the next inhale, gently come on up, and you can take a seat. All right, my friends, we have definitely opened up the throat chakra today. And grab a drink of water. I certainly needed it. I've had COVID for the past week and a half, and I've lost my voice. You can kind of still hear it in my voice. So definitely need that for the throat. So we're gonna finish in where we started, in a supported fish pose. So I'm gonna take my block. I'm going to bring it to my mat. And I'm going to lay back down on it, just like we started. Now you might notice that your throat is a little bit more open here, so maybe you don't need that secondary block as a pillow underneath your head. I can tell that I'm kind of more open. I can actually kind of bring my head almost all the way back. Of course, if you need that pillow or that extra block underneath your head, please place it there. In the legs, you can extend them. You can find a Supta Baddha Konasana. You can bend your knees. Whatever feels right and good in your body, you can bring those palms facing down. Really tap into that grounding energy. Keeping the eyes opened or closed, this is where I'm going to leave you, my friends. I encourage you to spend at least 5 to 10 breaths here in your Savasana. Again, focus on the practical plan for your goals. I hope you have a wonderful full moon, my lovelies, and I will see you next time.